Saturday, April 13th, Standard Deluxe presents the Old 280 Boogie Music and Arts Festival in Waverly, Alabama. Come enjoy great music from Cedric Burnside, Sarah Shook and the Disarmers, Ben Soley and Friends, Pine Hill Haints, and more. Plus, our vendors will have incredible artwork and delicious food, so come hungry. Gates open at 10:30 a.m., music starts at noon. Tickets available at the Gator right now at standarddeluxe.com. Kids 14 and under get in free, so bring the whole family. Waverly's located just off Highway 280, only 12 miles from Toomer's Corner. The 19th annual Old 280 Boogie, April 13th at Standard Deluxe in Waverly, Alabama, where we're always keeping it rural.
Now fix to start kicking ass, just like it said at the beginning of the program.
Man of the hour, tower of power, too sweet to be sour.
Sending your ass on the jabroni jet to the other side of the territory, brother.
The Alabama Hammer.
Nightmares on the best part of my day.
The goods from the wood.
Hot damn!
Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley, and it's just me hanging out here for the moment, but we're about to get started with episode number 241. This episode, we actually brought back our good friend Carter Glascock. Carter was nice enough to come back, and this episode is all about wrestling theme songs. We have just come off of an amazing WrestleMania 35, and, nowadays, most of the theme songs are pretty good. None of them are too egregious, but the history of wrestling theme songs is spotty at best. So we are going to be actually checking out some of the worst of wrestling theme songs, much in the style of our Butt Rock Gauntlet episodes. So if you haven't heard the Butt Rock Gauntlet episodes, go back and check those out. Those are some of my favorite episodes we've ever done. And this is a similar style, except instead of Butt Rock songs running the gauntlet, it's going to be wrestlers' theme songs. So that's what we got coming up. But first, I did want to mention that I am going to be on the road for basically the next month. I'm flying out of Los Angeles Thursday. If you live in LA, might as well plug this. Come see me tonight at the Copper Still. I'm doing our friend Joe Welker's show over there at the Copper Still Bar. And if you live on the East Coast or in the South, chances are I'm going to be coming somewhere near you. I've got dates in Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, Louisiana, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Pennsylvania, and then I'm coming all the way up to New York City and Boston. So if you live anywhere in those states, come and see me. I'm going to have all of the dates up on my Twitter at Rivers Langley, so go check that out. I'm going to try to have that up before I get on the plane Thursday. It's going to be a crazy tour. I'm very, very excited to get out on the road and do all of these dates. Come see me, man. It's going to be great. The other thing, because I'm going to be on the road for a month, we're going to be having basically Catch as Catch Can podcasts all along the way. I'm planning on having episodes with past guests of the show, Ben Sawyer. I told him I'd like to get together at Dino's in Nashville for a burger and a beer after our show at the Yazoo Brewery and talk history for an hour. So we'll have some fun history stuff with Professor Ben Sawyer, who's one of my favorite comics, one of my favorite people, and just a guy that I love geeking out with. I also plan on having an episode with our friend, past guest of the show, DJ Lewis, a much requested return guest of the show. So we are finally going to do another episode with DJ. If you've never heard our DJ episodes, man, go back and listen to the episodes. They're called Fish Out of Water and Live in the Dream, because DJ Lewis is genuinely one of the most entertaining human beings to be around, and his comedy is amazing. We're going to be doing a show together in Knoxville, Tennessee, actually on April 27th. So if you live in Knoxville, we're going to be doing a show there together at Mind Your P's and Q's. This tour is going to be so crazy. I also plan on having our old friend Monica Scott back on the show when I visit New Orleans. And also, speaking of Monica, you absolutely need to check out the podcast, What Did You Learn? It's essentially the sister podcast to this show. Monica, Luke Jensen, and I discuss a documentary whenever we get an opportunity. And pretty soon, I think in the next day or so, we're going to be dropping a new episode all about the Theranos documentary that they produced on Elizabeth Holmes on HBO. So that's the next episode of What Did You Learn? And also, I just talked to my friend last night, past guest of the show, Joe Kay, the star of our Playing Hooky episode. Joe Kay and I are actually going to be in New York City at the same time. So the plan is to hopefully go see a Broadway play together and then talk about it afterwards. But at the very least, we're going to, get a drink at some point and we'll try to do a podcast as well. So we got some exciting episodes coming up this this month. And of course, once we're back in Los Angeles, we'll be back to the old format. But these episodes that are going to be coming up are probably going to be a little bit more raw than what you're used to. But I think they're going to be a lot of fun because we've got some great guests coming on in the next few weeks. So without further ado, we present episode number 241, in which Rivers still has a very bad sinus infection at this point. We recorded this a couple of weeks ago, and I am hacking and coughing throughout this episode because I am laughing pretty much from the moment go. This is one of the funniest episodes that we've done, so I'm very excited for you guys to hear it. So right now, let's roll into it. This is The Goods from the Woods, episode number 241, the Wrestler Entrance Theme Gauntlet.
Many of you listeners know that we have had this long-running thing on the show called the Butt Rock Gauntlet.
Yes. Very popular segment.
Very popular segment, and I love the Gauntlet episodes, but the thing is that Butt Rock requires a degree of preparation because we've gone so far that we need to hit the next frontier.
Yeah.
That's coming in time.
Yeah.
That's something that requires a lot of research and planning to construct the best set of Butt Rock songs for the Butt Rock Gauntlet. But we're going to do something related. And what we are doing, it's kind of Butt Rock adjacent. What we're doing is the pro wrestling theme song Gauntlet.
Oh, hell yeah.
Where there is some Butt Rock in the pro wrestling theme genre, but what we're going for are the worst.
Okay.
Right? So we are going to go, and I've constructed a collection of them, and we're going to go in wrestling parlance until TV time remaining.
Okay.
And I'm just going to pull these things out. We're not going to get through all of them, but there are some absolute winners. Okay. So we are going to pull
champions,
them,
if you will.
Yes. Yeah. Carter, are you much of a person that follows wrestling at all?
Yeah, we are still joined, by the way,
yeah.
by comedian Carter Glascock.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Good to be here. Great to be here. So yeah, I when I was a kid, I was way into it. I was into like NWO, like D-Generation X, that kind of stuff.
Attitude Era.
The Attitude Era, yeah. And
Same
I've
here.
dipped my toe back in every now and again. Because I've had a bunch of friends who are into it. But
and there's a scene there in Nashville too, right?
Yeah, there is. It's really fun. The themes, I did have those like soundtracks.
That's what I was going to ask.
Oh yeah, and I had like Stone Cold Metal and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like I had those like two of
Stone
those
Cold
volumes.
Metal.
Oh, dude. And then like the first song on it is like
we gotta have Stone Cold by Rainbow on there. What better way to close it out than a song that has my name on it? And Joe Lynn Turner, he was one of the later Rainbow lead singers, had a good set of pipes. Not as good as Dio, but definitely better than Graham Bonnet. Hell yeah.
Well, you can't have a Stone Cold. You can't have a Stone Cold compilation without a Molly Hatchet song on it. You can't do that. Come on now.
Oh yeah, no,
I think that first Boston record's severely underrated.
Yeah, it's called Stone Cold Metal, and the first song is like this. It's like a song by Foreigner or something. It's like,
You can't tell me that's not Stone Cold Metal. Come on now.
Lou Graham has a great set of pipes on him. Cold as ass. You wouldn't call it metal, but it still rocks.
More like hard rock, something like that on Stone Cold Broken Skull Ranch.
Hey, if that's on the classic rock radio station, I'm cranking that mother up.
Have a margarita, a couple of beers, and listen to Boston.
Yeah, he did reveal that Boston's first album is his favorite album of all time.
it is great.
It's
Tom Schultz, kind of a nerd, but he can make some good songs.
Have you a couple beers, Teddy? Tell me that's not a great album, Teddy.
Teddy Fowler 316.
Oh man,
361 or whatever.
I listen to that
He's
podcast.
kind of a nerd. He's like Dave Meltzer. He's the Dave Meltzer of progressive rock.
Now, Teddy, in between working on my ranch, and you like to sit around, watch me drink margaritas and listen to Foreigner.
Teddy is just a guy, like he's like Stone Cold's sidekick, but it seems to be his entire
He's
job
just the hired help.
is to just sit around and watch Stone Cold be awesome.
Yeah.
Teddy, how am I doing? Being great.
Teddy, you remember when I drank that 12-pack of Coronas just chilling out, and you had to drag my 260-pound ass out of that deer stand?
Now, Kristen's bringing in groceries right now. You want to get in on the podcast, Kristen? No? Okay, Teddy. What do you think about that, Ted?
Oh yeah, I listened to that for like 4 hours on the way to Arkansas, and it just becomes like a hunting podcast at a certain point. That's all he fucking talks about is just hunting.
You get up there in that deer stand real early in the morning. You know you're pretty hungover. So the margaritas, a couple of Broken Skull IPAs, bring that with you. But you're up there for hours, Teddy.
Yeah,
it's just like
I don't fuck with that triple sec shit. I go Grand Marnier on those. Hey, I'm a working man, but I have discerning tastes.
I'm a working man millionaire who living in Los Angeles.
But back when I was wrestling, I was trying to squeeze $1 together as hard as I could. I was getting them canned margarita gimmicks. The club. Always into the club.
Straw burrito, not my thing.
Censored on the beach, the club. All right, but none of the songs from Stone Cold Metal are in the bunch.
It.
But yeah, and Sam, kind of dabbled in the wrestling a little bit.
I was into it in the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
Nice.
But there are some bad pro wrestling songs. There are, and there's this thing where people kind of have in their minds. It's either if they were a relief pitcher, or a baseball player with their walk-up music is. A lot of people have the dream of being a pro wrestler that they could have their own theme music. And when they walk up and do their job, they have music that kind of greets them in. And it's an honor. And some people have some fantastic theme songs that are iconic.
Yeah.
But some people get the short end of the stick and they walk out to some of the worst songs ever. And these are some people in this hat that are at the top of their craft. And they get saddled with some bad music. So what I found was a sampling. We're going to leave some out, and there might be some that don't get drawn, but we're going to do a gauntlet for the worst theme music. And it's not necessarily maybe a platonic worst, but just like so bad it's good. We're just going to define it as it goes.
Yeah, sure.
So
we've got a hat. Tell me what is that hat, by the way? This is something.
It is the Angola State Pen hat. So the first song that I'm pulling out is the theme song for the wrestler The Mountie.
Oh boy! I'm familiar with this
is
one.
A stinker.
Yeah. Oh, this one is outstanding.
So
is it O Canada?
Because the guy that played the Mountie, a guy named Jacques Rougeau.
Yes.
His kind of running gimmick was that he would sing his own theme music.
And he had a beautiful.
Oh, he had a
beautiful
fantastic
voice.
set of. So when he was in the fabulous Rougeau brothers, he sang the theme song. And when he would have every opportunity, he would sing this theme. He embraced this theme song.
Oh, absolutely.
But the Mountie is a Royal Canadian mounted policeman. That is his gimmick.
Yeah.
And this is his theme
And I will
song.
say, while we were at the Yukon Comedy Festival, Mr. Goodnight and I were just doing this the whole time. This was all we were doing.
I'm handsome, I'm brave, I'm strong. I'm the Mountie.
Yeah.
And I enforce the law.
He enforces the law.
You can try to run,
But you can never hide.
you can never hide. The Mountie always gets his man.
Yeah. So, just to show you what my maturity level is, if you invite me to Canada at any point, I'll just be singing this the entire time. So, sorry to the nation of Canada. I love you guys, but this is what I think of when I think of Canada.
It kind of sounds like it'd be like a J-pop song or something. Like it's how MIDI it is,
Yeah. Well, it's a Jimmy Hart song, man, so he's got to go heavy on the MIDI.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Classic Casio keyboard.
Dude, that saves a lot of money. You don't have to hire a drummer. Don't have to hire anything else. Get one DOS computer and hit 5 buttons, and then you got your song.
Now, here's the thing about this theme song that there's another layer to it. Was that the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, the real organization, was not happy with the depiction of the Mountie. So when he started a tag team with Pierre-Carl Ouellet, who's now still wrestling and completely insane, they did a theme song that was "We're Not the Mounties." We're not the Mounties. We're handsome, we're brave, we're strong. We're not the Mounties, which I think is an amazing troll right there.
Yeah.
And what he's going to be going up against in this next first battle is, oh my God, this one's going to go far. The American Males theme song.
Is this also Jimmy Hart?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be, right?
Yeah, Jimmy Hart has got his fingerprints all over a lot of these themes.
Look at these guys, man.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. That's too much beef.
Nice.
Now, the theme song starts out, you know,
Innocuous.
Innocuous.
Yeah.
Sure.
But,
way
it's going to
better
kick
than the
into
first
high
one.
gear.
It's like changing scenes in Miami Vice or something. There it is.
Here we go.
American males, American males, American males, American males, American males. When you see them coming, better run for cover. Girls, you don't need a weekend lover.
Whoa. Yeah, dude.
American males.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And these are good guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
They're supposed to be fan favorites.
Yeah. Girls better run for cover.
That name, American Male, sounds like an indie pop band now.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
They're from like Dover, Delaware, or some shit.
Or
Yeah.
Iceland.
Yeah.
they're opening up for cat power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This photo of them, they look like weird Chippendale strippers almost, but they're also doing the sunglasses thing that Shawn Michaels would do, where he would wear it low on the nose and look at you over the top of
Shade
them.
tippers. Yeah.
And so it was funny because they were supposed to be like Calvin Klein models. Like when Dusty Rhodes thought of it, he was just like, yeah, they're going to be a couple of Calvin Klein models. You know?
Hold on. There's some good noises happening. Oh.
Ooh, that squealing lead.
Yeah, that guitar's screaming.
I'm inclined to go Mountie being worse because
Yeah, are we just supposed to vote for which one
Yeah.
is worse?
Yeah.
Or which one? I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
This song's better.
Yeah, I like this one.
sonically.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. The
And
Mountie.
I
structurally,
think there's like
an
a
opening and-
ridiculousness to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, American Males is legendary because it's just like a guy going, American Males.
That's the worst part.
American Males.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
American Males.
I will say both of these songs have that in common of like kind of a repetitive nature but it's funny that like it with the Mountie it's meant to be sort of like
He's a bad guy.
irritating.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the Mountie. Like it's meant to be irritating. With this, it is irritating, but they're supposed to be good guys, but also there's
And they
like a
would-
nice guitar solo.
And
so
they
it
would
kind of
do
pulls
like
it up.
an overhead clap. That was their thing
What,
to charge people
what
up.
year were these guys active?
This was
95.
90,
Okay.
Yeah, 95.
The Mountie was about 92.
Okay.
Yeah.
So similar time period, similar musical composers too. I think. Yeah. So I guess I'm going Mountie.
Yeah, I also have to say Mountie's really bad.
Yeah.
Mountie just seems a little, it's not as considered
Yeah.
as the American Males one.
Really? I was going to go American Males, but I guess the
Yeah.
Mountie goes...
I'd rather listen to the American Male
Right.
song.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess that'll be the competition. See if which one we would rather.
Here's something really
listen
sad.
to.
I know all the lyrics to the American Males theme song.
Could you recite them at like a beat poetry night kind of
No,
thing?
you have to sing it in that fake like Stan Bush,
Oh, okay, sure.
South Park voice.
Oh, okay, sure.
Where it's
sure.
just like, yeah! You know?
Yeah. it's- like the Mountie song. The Mountie song is like a ringtone. You know,
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
song could be like a post-ironic band now.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure.
All right, so it's the Mountie.
Mountie is the song to beat.
Oh, nice. The next competitor, Real Man's Man. Oh. Steve Regal's theme song for when he came in and decided, it's like, we got this great wrestler that has this great gimmick of being a snob, but he could beat some ass, so he could go in that working man's route. Instead, they go with the Brawny Man was his gimmick.
Well, you know that the reveal was eventually that he was gay. Like that was the whole joke of like the real man's man was like they were just gonna keep like, oh, how manly he is and and it's just because he was English and Vince McMahon is like, well, they're all gay, right?
Did they do that like thing what they did with Goldust, where it's like because he's gay, he's like a heel now?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think that was gonna be the ultimate
Stephen
thing.
Regal, William Regal, is legitimately great comedic. He has
he's
great
hilarious.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
And he was describing, he's like, oh, they were like, you know, all English people have a touch of the, I guess the Nathan Lane in them. And I was just like, well, I was in a bad state, and I could just take whatever I could get because I was really out there.
Yeah, I will say about Stephen Regal or William Regal, he always he has sort of the same approach to acting, I guess, to portraying his character that I do anytime I've been asked to act in anything. I'm not good at it, so I just go as hard as I fucking can into it because I'm like, well, if nothing else, they'll see that I really really wanted this, or whatever. So Steven Regal, the first guy to join the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club, famously, and it was his idea.
Wow.
he was like, yeah, it's the only way to make me even more of a fucking chump. Is if I agree to kiss my boss's ass on national TV.
Even though William Regal could legitimately beat the shit out of
anybody,
all of us,
pretty much. Yeah, exactly.
But this was his theme song coming in.
He's a man.
I love this song, bangs, dude. I love this.
Such a man. He's a real man's man.
I gotta say, I will not lie to you. I listen to this a lot.
Yeah. Whenever like I have to change a tire and then I get someone from like AAA to do it for me, I'm like, this song plays in my head and I'll like think that about him.
Yeah, every time you call AAA, you just play this while they're doing their thing.
I think a inside joke that Brian Kendrick and Daniel Bryan had was that they would had a CD with just this theme song on it 99 times.
Oh God!
And they would just listen to it over and over again.
What, just to just make them insane?
Yeah. Just as a perverse form of as a perverse joke.
I know the first thing I'm talking about with Brian. The next time I see him, that sounds insane. I want to know everything.
This theme song is indeed terrible.
Yeah.
Oh boy, and the video is outstanding. We'll put this on our Twitter. You can find us at the Goods Pod.
He looks like the brawny man.
Yeah. And he's squeezing his own juice. He's carrying on quick cream.
And he's doing the old move where he's flexing his bicep and pushing it up with his back. His finger back.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
guy's committed.
Yeah, he's got like kind of like the Village People thing going on.
Yeah,
with,
it's
like,
exactly what this was. Yeah. No, I'm a huge fan of this song. I think the Mountie is still way shittier. What do you think, Sam? You've been quiet. You seem very inspired.
Steven Regal is one of my favorite wrestlers, like of all time.
Hell yeah, man.
This reminds me of another song, and I'm trying to place what it is.
It's the song that's always played in your head.
It's some song.
It's
from
your
like
very essence.
The Blues Brothers 2000 or something.
Oh, Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Yeah.
Is what you're thinking of.
The Star Spangled Banner.
Sounds like that.
It's a very slowed down. Yeah. Roll along, Ghost Riders in the sky. Yeah.
Me and my brother used to dress up like the Blues Brothers and sing that shit.
But
my
the
mom
thing
would
is that you would
videotape
dress
it. This
up.
exists somewhere.
You would dress up as the Blues Brothers 2000.
2000. Yeah,
dude.
I still haven't seen the original in its like entirety.
Oh my God.
I've seen snippets.
Wow, man.
I know, man. I kind of Blues Brothers
shit.
2000 was enough for me.
Well, I got the DVD. I'll send you home with it.
Dude,
It's
thank
great.
you.
That's
Blues Brothers
hilarious.
2000 is a quintessential Walmart dollar bin DVD.
Oh yeah, like a 25-cent.
That's
gas
a
$2.
It became that the second it came out too. Like the second it was out of theaters, which was like a week. They were
Right.
like, okay, nobody. How do we recoup any money off this?
Yeah.
It was kind of like the Geely of its day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
which is a
yeah.
dated reference in and of itself.
I love some Geely. I could talk about that shit forever. But yeah, my vote goes for still the Mountie.
The Mountie song is, it's a worse song. At least this one sounds higher quality, probably because it's from a few years later.
Right. Jimmy Hart's not involved.
Yeah. So we're going Mountie.
Yeah. What do you think, Carter?
That other song is like multi-purpose. Like you could like put that on the background whenever someone's doing like something
and it's
some
hilarious.
It's hilarious.
It's not-
and the
and
Mountie one's specific and on the nose. And
Yeah,
it's
the
grating.
Mountie one managed to anger an entire country.
That's true.
Yeah. I could see that.
Like he could roll into Canada, and usually if you're a Canadian wrestler, you're beloved. You walk in there being the Mountie, you're hated just on that theme song. That was his heat. That was his entire heat. The song was so bad.
Steven Regal was a better heel in other ways, other than his theme song. He's just a great just great at doing that.
Always was great too.
I listened to some interview where he said he would just go to like a bus station and just look at everybody and then try to figure out the people he just wanted to punch in the face. And then try to figure out what it was about them that made him want to do that, and then he would do it in the ring.
God, just the best, man.
Like, was it their haircut? Was it the way they're like holding their arms when they walked? Or he would just like emulate that.
Yeah.
And it worked.
The man has impeccable taste in music, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's crazy. If you just the level of music knowledge that guy has and music nerdity that he has is just fantastic. I mean, he's like second level music nerd. He's into like Northern Soul and stuff like that. It's all predicated on what's the most obscure R&B soul record I can find. That's like, yeah.
Go geek out with him about Geno Washington and shit. Yeah.
So Mountie goes on.
Yeah.
This the Mountie is kind of the
he's got a stun gun, so he's going to be hard to stop.
This is one of those ones that just started strong early. It's going to be tough to find something to dethrone this.
Oh boy.
X Factor.
Oh boy.
By Uncle Cracker. So we're actually going into the butt rock direct.
Is Uncle Cracker butt rock?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was Kid Rock's DJ.
I know that, but I would say all of his the two songs he's known for are very like aping like Midwestern bullshit.
Like Everlast when he was doing acoustic shit.
Yeah, but he's like he's the butt rock Everlast. At least Everlast isn't quite butt rock, you know.
He's like the butt rock Beck.
Yeah.
And then like now like Uncle Cracker is like crawfish boil country. You know what I mean? Like
Uncle Cracker's like if Everlast did oxycodone.
All right, so
Whitey Ford does the oxy.
Yo, you dealing with the X Factor.
I got everything I ever wanted, and I'll never give that back. Oh, I know you hate X Factor, but you ain't gotta look at me like that.
I mean, it's weird because you said crawfish boil rock, and I don't think I'm going to be able to top that in terms of a perfect way to put what Uncle Cracker is. Even this sounds like I'm sitting on a tailgate. Like
this is like some the early part of that sounded like some like Chumbawamba like 90s kind of alternative.
Yeah,
this is Uncle Cracker.
Start it over for a second. That was insane how it started.
Yeah. All right, hold on.
It's like these are a bunch of like, you know, the idea with wrestling is like either this guy is a weasel that doesn't want to fight, but he's a wrestler and he's going to win through cheating.
Yeah.
Or this guy's going to be a complete badass
unstoppable
and kick your butt.
Monster.
Like, this does it. This defies classification.
Yeah. So we're starting over. Let's.
And it isn't even Uncle Cracker doing his like adult contemporary crossover stuff. This is like Uncle Cracker rapping.
This is like the WWF just being like, "Hey, we got somebody who has a hit song doing one of our songs."
Right. All right. Let's hear it. Hold on.
Yo, you dealing with the X Factor.
I got everything I ever wanted, and
The reverb on this.
Did it say I got everything I ever wanted?
Yeah.
Okay. Then why are you fighting?
Yeah, like a Kanye-esque testimonial beforehand.
That just.
Then it goes into like a trip hop beat. This is ambitious.
He's doing a lot of different things.
This is. You know how they
what you looking at? All of this goes against the whole central premise of wrestling. A, I've got everything I ever wanted, so why would I be fighting for a championship? B, what are you looking at?
This is kind of a return to roots for Uncle Cracker, back to rapping.
Yeah, I didn't know he did this, actually.
Yeah.
remember the crew, remember the good times, remember the orange.
He's being reminiscent in a wrestling theme song?
And this is like peak everybody hating X-Pac.
Yeah, well,
like,
this is why.
Yeah. And then he's rolling with like Albert and Just Incredible.
Dude,
this is like the biggest troll ever.
I hear some piano in there too.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Is this post the China sex tape?
I don't know.
This would be concurrent, I think. Actually, yeah. Around that time
when he was like showing up on that other reality show.
This is towards the end of his run in WWE. So this would have been like 03, 04 or something.
So
like that.
this was X-Pac probably on oxycodone, just being like, yeah, sounds great.
Yeah.
I got everything I ever wanted.
I'm tempted to give
There's auto-tune, there's reverb.
It's really bad.
Yeah. I'm tempted to give this credit just because I don't think there's another wrestling theme song like this, because all of wrestling theme songs, if they have lyrics at all, are very like threatening. I'm here. I hear voices in my head.
I'm a badass dude.
Right.
Gonna kick some butt.
This is introspective.
It's a little emo,
Yeah, I'm like, and for that, because I think this song is worse than the Mountie song, because this is like, when they were recording this, they was like an earnest attempt, like, yo, this is a dope song, dude.
Yeah,
they were like, they thought that.
This guy has been on the Billboard Top 40. This isn't Jacques Rougeau singing to piss people off.
Yeah.
This is like a guy that's gone platinum, and then the purpose of the song is like just to anger people. This is just bad.
And it's got the electric piano. Like, there's just so much happening with this song. But
X-Pac's attempt to seem relevant by tapping Uncle Cracker to do no.
I'm
not buying it.
I'm gonna come out and say I think this is worse than the Mountie.
I think so too.
This is far worse.
It's worse for sure. But I like I said, I'm just giving it. I'm voting for it, but also with the small caveat that like, I'm impressed they did something different. I've never heard any other wrestling
I got
theme
everything
like this.
I ever wanted.
Because all of wrestling is about like violence and threatening and ambition. And to start off with, I've got everything I ever wanted, completely removes the motive for pursuing championships and greatness. Like, I'm satisfied is not a way to introduce yourself to a fight.
Yeah. Yeah, like win, lose, or draw, man, I'm still good.
Yeah, it's like, I don't need this. That's basically the theme of the song is
I'm
like...
solidly in the mid-card, sailing on.
I don't need this.
Yeah, just like that Satisfy, CVS, sponsored sort of country.
Right.
rock.
I got everything I ever wanted.
Right. Well, and it's funny because
there's a trip-hop beat.
Yeah, it's
like
trip-hop.
There was this whole thing that musical critics talk about how like Astral Weeks by Van Morrison is great because it defies genre convention and you don't know what genre. This defies genre convention
what is this?
in a completely opposite way.
It's just a jumble. Yeah. They just threw everything into it. Too many cooks.
Oh boy. So I'm voting with I'm going with the X Factor song with the with points for creativity, but it's definitely worse than Mountie. Mountie.
So X Factor.
Long run.
Sorry, Jacques Rougeau. This one's definitely a deep cut. Brian Pillman's Blondes Have More Fun. This is kind of the precursor to the Mr. Ass theme song.
And so wait, is Pillman singing in this?
No.
Crunchy.
I like them short, like them tall, like them big, I like them all.
I should know Pat is mouthing every word to this.
I like them curvy, like them swervy, like
Wait. I like them curvy, like them swervy, like them all kinds of dirty.
I like all kinds of girls.
Yeah, strictly girls.
Sunset never men.
This just rules.
Yeah.
I'd listen to this in the gym. It's fucking good. I like them young, I like them old. Hell yeah.
Did I mention like I'm old, like I'm very, very old, like senior citizen age old?
You can catch me by the window at the bird watching station like I'm old.
Older than old.
Hey lady, do you want some more bird seed? I got some.
I think you're talking over the best lyric where he's just like talking about, he's like cruising down Sunset Boulevard.
Oh, gotta have the squealy guitar.
Oh man.
You know, there was just like one guitar player in Atlanta who had all of their checks cashed by doing squealy guitars and all these.
I put on my shades, I get in my car, cruising down Sunset Boulevard. And then the rest of the song is him just going, I'm gonna keep on rocking. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
It gets a little Springsteen-y towards the end.
Like I'm young, but I really like them old.
Yeah.
I like them curvy, like a swervy, like all kind of girls.
I definitely like girls.
I like girls.
Just girls, really? Old
Just
girls,
girls.
technically ladies.
Yeah, just
I totally like girls.
Old girls.
I'm not gay. I
Short
like girls.
tall girls.
Definitely not gay.
Girls.
But really, a pretty decent song.
That was badass. I love that. I'm putting that on my iPod.
It's kind of got what man? It sounds exactly like some Motley Crue song. What is it?
It sounds like just a lot of music from that
I was
time.
gonna say, yeah. It just sounds like
It
1989
does the
boiled
thing.
down into
It's
one
very
song.
It's very much like American Males because it starts innocuous, and then you have the thing that like really cues you in, like, oh, something's gonna go completely awry. Where in this case, it's like the guy going, oh yeah.
A taste of what's to
Like,
come.
oh man, this is gonna jump into high gear real fast.
Oh man, still for X Factor because
X-Factor.
I'm going to put that on my iPod and I'm going
Blondes
to
Have-
listen to it the next
Blondes
time
Have
I'm
More
at the
Fun
gym.
is absolutely ridiculous, and the thing about Brian Pillman is he sold the song, like, because he would go out there and be like,
Yeah, dude.
you know?
That comes from a different era when, like, in a song like that, you could scream, "I like 'em young."
Yeah,
Like, it's a different time period.
I just love girls.
Just strictly girls,
Just
old
give me
ladies.
all the girls. I'm a party guy and I love girls.
In case anybody asks, I like girls.
There's a pond behind the retirement home where we watch the turtles. Old girls.
Funny to imagine the meeting for his character. Just like, okay, a wrestler who loves pussy. Right?
Well,
That's it.
It's Brian Pillman, I guess. You know.
Yeah. Oh God. All right. Yeah, I love.
Okay,
I love
so X Factor is going up next against Rob Conway. Just look at me. That's a choice
that.
theme song. Right there.
I don't know who this is.
That just sounds like someone you work with.
I know. I was going to say is Rob Conway seems like a
guy
an
you know.
open micer that moved,
never
that
heard
moved
of
back
this
to
guy.
Omaha 5 years ago.
If you think X Factor is an unconventional theme song, just you wait. It's in the style of a musician that you would not associate with professional wrestling.
Okay, good.
Just look at me. Yeah.
Is this supposed to be Ben Folds?
This is supposed to be Randy Newman.
Oh,
Look at me. Look at me. You got to look at me. And I sight to see.
A little Dr. John thrown in there.
yeah, it is Dr. John.
World wants to look like me.
What? What year is this?
So just
What the fuck year is this?
Some little Tin Pin Alley pop coming at you.
2004, 2005.
So Vince McMahon was watching Toy Story and was like, I fucking hate this. I hate this song. Give it to our bad guy.
You know who I think sucks?
I've had my way.
Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear. You know what I hate, pal? I hate Randy Newman. But it's like, if you look at him, it's just like he's a shredded up dude with a like drawn on goatee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Up backwards Kangol hat, Oakley's, and just like lots of mesh on his shorts.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's like a build-a-wrestler off of like if you're playing
Yeah.
2K19 and you just hit random.
Yeah, he's like a random, like, sort of like, kind of got a little Jim Belushi flavor to him, you know?
Also, they're showing his intro video on this. They show him doing an elbow drop, a body slam, and
A flex.
Some other,
Couple of flexes and
He has got the worst moveset in the world.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
seems like he's got a neck breaker. He does.
yeah.
Very textbook.
Oh God.
Imagine if you did all the.
and his theme song was, and his trademark thing was, I don't do things. I'm not about the good way. I'm not about the bad way. I'm about the con way.
Oh, good. Good. Okay. All right.
Imagine if you did all the work it takes to get to the WWE, and then they give you this as the theme. You'd want to kill yourself.
You got
You got to get another job lined up. Yeah, you're not going to be there long.
You got to Rob Conway.
You got to Rob Conway. When I'm coming. You got to Rob Conway.
Ring. Well, you got to Rob Conway.
You do whatever Vince McMahon say, boy, you are Rob Conway.
I got 8-pack abs and shiny teeth. I got big sunglasses and my head hurts.
I got the OVW championship in my trunk of my car. Made the big show.
I think about killing my wife and son. Yeah, you got to Rob Conway.
It's got like some of that Dr. John Nasty.
Yeah,
Your
but,
name is Rob
but
Conway.
it's like you just it's funny
Such a Rob.
because you look at this guy, right? right? And it's just like, yeah, you could make a star out of him because he looks like he looks like $1 million. He's got a tan.
Yeah,
he looks like an ass, you know. And it's like you got a heel that could just make people mad, and it's just like you go so far in the direction of trolling people that it's ridiculous, and you give them the Randy Newman Dr. John theme song.
It's so funny. Oh my god. By the way, I apologize to the audience. I've had like a sinus infection thing, and I wish this episode wasn't so funny, but that is why I'm hacking up my lungs over here. My vote. Oh my god!
Just look at me.
Just look at me.
Ain't I a sight to see?
Well, I'm walking to the ring, and I got my sunglasses.
But you just
on.
see this guy, and you think of just like some sweet.
I was not expecting.
Yeah.
If you gave me the universe of limitless possibilities as to what this man's entrance could have been,
Looking at him.
I would have never picked Randy Newman. This guy lived and died his entire career in the 3-4 years I was not.
You know what
wrestling.
song I hate? Short People. I hate that song, pal. We're gonna get you over.
Mr. President, have pity on the wrestling man. Man, yeah, I
policy.
They're trying to bury me. So literally, I'm not kidding. This is the first time I've ever seen this ever. I think this guy debuted and then went away in the time I wasn't watching wrestling.
Yeah.
So I was just completely sideswiped by this, and I'm gonna.
This is a tough one.
It's a tough one.
Both songs are extremely bad.
Yeah, they're both terrible.
I think just because I love Dr. John and Randy Newman, so this is I'm gonna side with the Uncle Cracker one.
That's the way I was thinking. Yeah, I was thinking that way too because Good Old Boys and Destavely Bonnaroo are two of my favorite records ever.
I think Randy Newman is great, but this as a wrestling theme song,
yeah, very misplaced. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like if you're to look at their catalogs, it goes, oh yeah, I like Dr. John and Randy Newman much better than I like Uncle Cracker.
Yeah.
But it's just like this.
What if you didn't?
Apples and oranges.
I mean, it's just like it's a pro wrestling theme song. This is just like,
But X Factor has that too. That's my whole thing is this song for Rob Conway. At least you could play it for a Randy Newman fan and they might be like, yeah, it's okay.
Rob Conway's my guy.
Yeah.
Just makes sense.
But X Factor you could play for basically nobody.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
So you guys are going with X Factor still?
Carter's X Factor.
X
Factor.
I think I'm going X
I was
Factor.
gonna go Rob Conway.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got.
X Factor pushes on.
Oof.
Oh boy.
Oh, we're getting deep into the pit. Bastion Booger.
Oh, of
So
course.
X Factor
yeah.
up against Bastion Booger.
Whoa,
Hell yeah.
that's a big old boy.
Yeah, he's got some big titties.
Yes.
It's just the sounds of
Him sleeping and having
sleep apnea and a low E on a piano. It's the sounds of sleep apnea and a cat on a piano.
It seems like his finisher might just be him sitting on the chest of it.
Yeah,
Indeed it is.
Snore's the best part.
it's actually what my lungs sound like at the moment.
Damn, that was really bad.
That doesn't even qualify as music. I think,
Well,
yeah,
no, that's pretty avant-garde, man. That
That's
can,
like,
is.
I can imagine like Philip Glass
yeah.
doing that.
yeah, that's
Like that being part of like Kiana Scotzi.
I think I have some
Yeah.
friends who are into noise who might like that.
Totally.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. It's like composers at the turn of the 20th century believed that you could compose due to like an algorithmic matrix of numbers that coordinate to notes, and that's what that shit sounds like. Is a fat man breathing heavily and also the low end of a keyboard just randomly banging.
Yeah, just like the soundtrack to a poorly conceived like student art film or something.
Yeah. Without it synced up to the video that we were watching, it would make even less sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might fit for his character.
Yeah.
At the end of that video, you just want to see like a fiend, like Fin, you know?
right.
Because he makes his point known. He's the booger man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the booger man.
Yeah.
And that's just.
But then it's the sound of like a weird heavy breathing. At no point do you hear somebody like hawking a loogie or like anything that's really booger related necessarily.
Big surprise, everybody. His character was that he was a slob.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he would just like eat food.
Yeah, they kept showing that.
They kept showing him eating one of those WWF ice cream bars.
And then, like, for some reason, he's covered in like creamed corn.
It looked like chili or something.
Like that. Yeah.
At one point,
very subtle.
He just had lo mein all over his chest.
We've all been there.
He did have, as you mentioned, exquisite breasts.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
He had the kind that like flap over on the side.
Yeah, dude.
Or imagine Earthquake's like dick fat, but on titties.
Oh
He's
God.
one of those people that magically his pecs extend all the way to his back.
That means he used to be fatter than this.
Yeah.
Most likely.
It looks like he's doing good.
Yeah. No, that's pretty avant-garde. I'm giving X Factor's going to keep going just because I'm awarding WWE credit for putting avant-garde music on their television.
Is this guy
program.
still alive?
No, he's not.
Yeah,
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Mike Shaw. He wrestled as Norman the Lunatic and Friar Ferguson, the wrestling monk.
Oh, that's right, Friar Ferguson. Yeah, of course.
But yeah, no, he was most known for being Bastion Booger, which not good.
Yeah,
Not good for the career.
Yeah, but the music. I mean, that's my vote anyway.
Yeah,
You guys,
I would say the music might be better than X Factor.
Yeah,
It's weirder. It's weirder and bad, but in a different way.
Right. This is more experimental than Uncle Cracker ever got.
X Factor's like you tried to be a song and you failed really hard.
Right.
This was just like he wants to. These are like his foot stomps and breaths as he walks.
Yeah,
in.
his pendulous breaths and his heavy breathing.
I think in terms of like it being like, I think they wanted it to be like experimental, avant-garde sounding.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't know, just hit a keyboard, hit a piano a couple of times,
Right,
and, make it sound like so. I think more.
I want the sounds of corpulence.
I want to hear him getting fatter.
It's like X Factor's like, "Ooh, this could be a radio single.
Yeah, like they wanted to push a single out of that.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is just like
Yeah,
As
they were.
opposed to the Bastion Booger theme song, which it's like, I can't imagine that on Top 40 radio. If it was on Top 40 radio, it'd be a much better world.
Oh yeah, the Mankind theme song was a lot more memorable. Where he was having like all those breakdowns and shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was great.
All right. So next up, this is one that we're all familiar with. Dead Man Walking, the Dead Man Inc. theme song.
Oh, and this was on the Butt Rock Gauntlet, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, the song's shitty. I remember this one.
Oh, yes.
Dead man walking.
Yeah, that's right. This has, as Justin Morales brilliantly pointed out, the funniest fucking line in any song ever right here. Oh, it hasn't hit me yet.
I can imagine this playing. Hold on a second. It's coming.
Oh yeah.
Always kicking assholes' asses. Badasses. Always kicking assholes' asses.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine this song.
Which the more you think about it, really deals with like the nature of black holes and Newtonian physics.
I was
Really.
gonna say that's like some Doc Brown shit right
Can
there.
a black hole? I mean, can an asshole kick another asshole's ass?
Yeah.
What?
As long as he's a badass.
Is there an
Yeah.
ass within an asshole? Like
Oh man.
it raises more questions
I
than
can
it
imagine
answers.
this song coming on at like at a franchise Coyote Ugly.
Yeah.
And just
I was gonna say in a
Things
shitty
getting
bar.
wild,
In a
yeah.
shitty bar, this could get crazy.
Or even
Yeah.
like no one's there and you're just there to like use like the phone or something. Like you have to like use someone's phone, like that shit's blaring
Yeah.
and someone's like just a lone bartender is
Oh,
like,
man.
I can help you.
Oh yeah, I can imagine people getting bucked to this song.
Buck as fuck. Absolutely.
I think it goes to show how bad X Factor is that this song even seems okay.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
in comparison.
I kind of like this one because at least it has a memorable line.
Well, this song's kind of depressing to me because like
Oh, there's the squealy.
Squealy Dealy.
Also, Undertaker should never have this song.
I know. See, that's the thing. Is like Undertaker was like one of my favorites growing up.
Yeah, man.
And then at the beginning of it, it sounds like it's going to be all dark and gothicy, and then it kicks into the Southern Fried Boogie shit, and he's like, "I love motorcycles," and like that was always such a bummer of a development for
Vote
his
for
character.
Donald Trump.
Yeah,
Let's build the wall.
Oh man, yeah, this is probably our last opportunity to say nice things about the Undertaker because he has copyrighted the phrase "dead man talking," and I think he's about to have a podcast, and it is going to get pretty MAGA, I bet. So here I am in 2019. If you're listening sometime in the future, as of right now, Undertaker's still cool, but if anything's happened, I am dropping him immediately.
Undertaker's canceled, y'all.
Yeah, now he is. Yeah,
Ooh,
okay.
as the kids say.
So, but yeah, despite all that, Badass is always kicking assholes' asses is memorable as shit,
right.
and X Factor is fucking not.
Yeah, X Factor's worse.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that one's worst, but for personal reasons.
Okay, well, then
Really?
then we might have a
tie
we might
because-
come to a decision.
Man, this is tough because I don't want X Factor to be the. I have to go with X Factor.
Yeah.
This is-
Okay.
yeah.
It's tough because X-Pac did retweet us at one time.
Yeah,
He
I love Sean Waltman.
Yeah, he seems like a good dude.
He's a good guy. This Uncle Cracker theme song, which he probably might have been in the studio just on a bunch of pills, like, yeah, but he had nothing to do with it otherwise, you know?
Badass.
Oh boy.
I just really want that as a T-shirt, where it's just I imagine it as a Big Dog shirt.
Oh
where
my
it's just
god.
like-
This one is this is a heavy hitter.
Shout
here.
out to Justin Morales for bringing that song to us.
Yeah,
'Cause I can
man.
imagine a Big Dog shirt or a No Fear shirt that just is badasses, always kicking assholes' asses.
It's kind of like how Nike shirts are going now, where it's like, it's not working out, it's training, and we're kicking badasses' assholes' asses. It's like an aggressive Nike.
This one
CrossFit asses.
I know. So what is our next one?
The
Pat?
next one is the theme song for Brie Bella.
Yeah.
Brie Mode.
Now this is one that
Which for those of you that don't watch Total Bellas on E, Brie Mode is what Brie Garcia,
AKA
Brie Bella.
Yeah.
That's the state that she enters into when she has 2 drinks and gets completely drunk.
Yeah. She's a lightweight drinker, and this is Brie Mode, and it became kind of popular on this TV show. So this does refer to her being drunk, but then in the ring, it's like Brie Mode's like her psych up song. But this is the music, and I know I think Pat and I are the only two who've actually heard this before, and this twists my soul in a really dark way. So yeah, I'm so happy for you guys to hear it. Here we go. This is the oh my god.
Brie Mode.
And we should stress that Brie Bella of the two Bella twins typically 9 times out of 10 is the good guy. Like Nikki is usually the villain if they're ever fighting, and this is supposed to be the good guy's theme song, and it is just annoying.
I get what they're going
We'll go
for.
back to the beginning because this is what really.
Because probably at the time, this made sense for what was popular in music.
Yeah. Well, also this is their
This
reality.
is how it opens. This is just how it opens.
Yeah.
The opening's very bad.
It's weird.
It's much like X Factor, where it just starts at.
It's like a punch to the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like it's trying to capitalize on some of that like Lady Gaga pop stuff.
Yeah,
You know?
you can definitely tell the time period, and also the fact that these two are reality stars. This is like the middle music between if you ever watch like fucking Vanderpump Rules or Bachelor or any shit like that. It's this kind of music.
And it's funny because Brie Bella, of the two in real life, and even in the depiction of her as a character, like she's married to Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
And she's very much like him.
Yeah, she's like a crunchy hippie person.
Crunchy hippie, probably has an Etsy store on the side. Like that's her deal. Like she
See, X Factor still made me like more like mad when I heard it for the first time.
Uncle Cracker is still still pissing you off more.
It's such like an amalgamation of shit. I mean, it's like the worst diarrhea.
It really is.
Just immediately, like the Brebo thing is that you're just like, oh, like you like immediately.
It's
like,
a gut
crumble.
punch.
It's a gut punch for sure.
Brie Mode.
The X Factor, when you realize it's too late, you're like already 2 minutes into the song, and it's like, Jesus Christ.
I could, especially because like during X Factor, they were still trying to like kind of go towards adults viewers.
Yeah,
you know?
sure.
And during
sure.
Brie mode, they're more directed at younger people. So I don't know. Brie mode makes more sense to me. X Factor still is just like, oh, this is just shit.
Yeah. Brie mode is sort of a poison to your soul, and this.
X Factor's a death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, I was gonna say X Factor is like a poison gumbo. There's like a lot of different things happening. So, but I'm still in favor of X Factor, but I do want to hear it one more time.
All right.
Yeah, and she still uses it. She's not wrestling like a lot, but when she comes back, they still play that. I'm like, can we get her some better music?
And she's wearing like flannel.
Yeah,
and it's still very
it doesn't fit. Yeah, that's great. Anyway, X Factor continues its crusade. Just
killing it.
Just riding roughshod.
Just when I thought the Mountie wouldn't be dethroned, X Factor came on. And is now reigning supreme.
Yeah. What is it, Pat?
Billy Gunn, a.k.a. Mr. Ass.
And actually, Monty Kipsop himself liked my tweet when there was that news story of the man up in Saskatchewan whose name is Osman, spelled ass man, and he wanted to get a license plate in the territory or the province of Saskatchewan.
The territory.
If it was a little further north, it would be a territory.
wrestling in the Prince Edward Island territory.
Up there in the Prince Edward Island territory, Teddy. Come on now.
He wanted to get a license plate for Saskatchewan that said Ass Man because that is his family name. And Saskatchewan was like, we're not going to put Ass Man on a license plate. So as a fuck you, he got the license plate that said Ass Man as his tailgate. So the entire tailgate is a Saskatchewan license plate that says Ass Man. And this got to Billy Gunn, and Billy Gunn was like, I'm with you. Power to the Ass Men. and I said, I like responded to the initial tweet, and I was like, if you see me smiling in a grocery store, it's probably because I'm thinking about Billy Gunn's theme song. Like, this song has brought me more joy than maybe any other song except for like Weird Al's music, second only to Weird Al. So here we go.
I'm an ass man.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm an ass man.
It's the perfect song.
This shouldn't even be on this.
No, this is absolutely.
This is an all-time classic as far as wrestling themes go.
I love to kick 'em. I love to shove 'em.
I love how he would walk backwards.
Yeah, man.
To showcase the goods.
I love to watch 'em.
He was doing a lot of squats at this time.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna kick 'em. 'Cause I'm an ass man.
Yeah, and he already said I'm going to kick him. I love it.
The whoa part. I love that.
Oh, this is my soul. This is my very soul.
I'm an ass.
But as a professional wrestler,
it's great.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Because he was a heel.
Yeah.
No, he was a good guy at times with this.
Well, that's
him and Road Dogg.
They could never decide with Billy Gunn.
Well, how about this? I'm the one. His follow up to the I'm an ass man.
Well, why did they have to make I'm the one? Because this was too good. That's
okay.
why.
Then go to I'm the one because
right.
that's actually
okay.
It takes your favorite song of all time
and they destroys it.
I never questioned like, oh yeah, he's the ass man.
Yeah.
But now it's like, what is he like into his own ass? Does he love other people's asses?
Yeah, every
like,
ass. All asses.
Yeah. All
That's
asses.
what that he said.
It's not just like the blondes have more fun where he's like, I'm into girls. He's just like, I'm into all butts, including my own.
Right.
He says,
I'm obsessed with all butts.
in the holy word, he says, so many asses, so little time, a little tight one. Make me stop on a dime.
It's
like an ass man.
It's a takeoff. To do a takeoff of RuPaul's kind of trademark. If you can't love your own ass, how the hell are you going to love everybody else's ass?
Yeah, Billy Gunn looks upon the buffet of worldwide asses and says, I'll take them all.
I respect my own butt.
Yes.
Yeah, I respect my. But this kind of ruins it. Because you think, all right,
no sleep till.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is when Billy Gunn was ruined.
Wait, do I hear sax?
Yeah.
Wait.
But to make a blind man see.
I like this. This sounds like the Crystal Pepsi theme song.
If I could walk on water,
Yeah, it's Eddie
if I
Money.
could find a way to choose.
This is like the music that like the G.E. Smith era SNL band would have made.
I love this.
This is essentially an Eddie Money song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a huge Eddie Money
You're
fan.
a money man?
I am a money man.
A money
I'm an
man?
ass man and I'm a money man. I approve.
I think this is hideous.
Yeah, they don't say ass as much, and that
It's
to me-
worse. It's worse than Ass Man.
Yeah,
But is it worse than X Factor?
No.
Oh, man. I thought that I found the thing.
This
that-
is just when they ruined Billy Gunn by cutting his hair and taking away the ass gimmick.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
He'd be getting gay married to Chuck Palumbo in no time.
All right.
But it is a serviceable blues rock, scorcher.
right.
Yeah, I dug that.
Mr. Bang Bang.
Mr. Bang Bang.
The Cactus Jack theme song.
Oh, yeah.
When you think of Cactus Jack, you think of violence.
Right.
You think of mayhem. You think of both sadism and masochism.
Uh-huh.
But what you don't think of is this
this.
theme song.
It sounds like Living Dead Girl.
Living Dead Girl. Because this just goes on forever, and you're like, all right.
There we go. This is a long instrumental.
Yeah, no.
How long is he taking to get to the ring at this point? This is how long it takes Mick Foley to get to the ring now.
Yeah, exactly. He's hobbling from gorilla position.
Yeah.
It's like the guy from Ministry or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Al Jorgensen.
Al Jorgensen, yeah.
There's not really much upkeep and action in the ring. Cause broken bones on a
What? Who does this sound like?
really more his thing.
It's like an Alice Cooper ripoff or Frank Zappa.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
who it is. It's like
Yeah.
I'd wait so long creeping around just to get
Wait,
to
wait.
your back door. My guitar wants to kill your mama. It's the face it's the guitar
But
wants to
it's
kill your
just like-
mama.
He's Cactus Jack, or also known as Mr. Bang
Mr.
Bang.
Bang Bang. Okay, yeah, it's a Frank Zappa ripoff. It's supposed to be My Guitar Wants to Kill Your Mama by
Yeah,
Frank Zappa.
Career
Yeah, total. Okay, I mean, yeah, it's kind of generic. I don't know.
I think it's quite hideous.
I mean, it's bad, but it's not as like
bad.
I said. It's sort of the Brie problem of it's a direct punch, but it doesn't have the lingering variety of shittiness. There's at no point do I feel like an electric piano is going to come in or something extra stupid is going to happen.
Man, it's just it's a shame that X Factor's been drawn so
It's
early.
just it's just a bad song with a bad gimmick together.
Right.
Cactus Jack gimmick never made any sense to me.
Yeah.
It's just like Mankind's already crazy.
Yeah, it seemed a little greedy on Mick Foley's part. Like he already had that and Dude Love. And
Yeah.
it's like
Cactus Jack was first.
That was first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
because originally it was Cactus Jack Manson.
Yeah.
So Cactus Jack is a takeoff of his dad's nickname, Captain Jack Foley. So it was Cactus Jack, and then he did Cactus Jack Manson.
Right.
Because the guy that was running the organization was just like, Robert Fuller was just like, hey, kid, you're a lot like Charlie Manson there. So he would do like, the whole he would just, like that.
Who
kind
else
of-
has a beard? Charles Manson.
So it was Cactus Jack Manson. He dropped the Manson. It was just Cactus Jack, and then he got into Mankind and the different aspects of his psyche.
But yeah, no, that's a total ripoff of My Guitar Wants to Kill Your Mama by Frank Zappa.
It's from Slam Jam, the greatest wrestling album ever.
Whoa.
BS. Because the next, I guess you guys are not sold on this.
No, I'm still holding strong with X Factor. Yeah.
Barry Windham's "Smokin'" off the
Okay.
same album. Maybe that might change it up a little bit.
Now tell them who Barry Windham was.
Barry Windham, great wrestler, technical wizard, tall, skinny guy from Texas. So you want to show that he kicks a lot of ass?
And that he's smoking. Oh, ZZ Top ripoff.
No. You go ZZ Top.
There's rumor going around that old Texas town about that shack out range. You know what I'm
And they're
talking
big on the long intros on these.
Yeah.
A little time to vamp it up, I guess.
Yeah. But it does a hard turn soon. There's a hard turn.
Right. Most every night. And I know
So he doesn't get this part.
That's totally that song. Oh. Wait, is it Allman Brothers now?
Oh, it took a little to some Yes territory or something.
Because you think it's LaGrange.
Big and tall, lean and mean.
But then it goes into.
He likes to beat people up and he likes to have fun. You know I'm talking about a bear window. Well, he's smoking, ain't joking. Don't you well,
Wait, it just rips off Boston? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, this is great.
This is so ass.
That's fantastic.
This is so bad.
It's got some classic cliche lyrics.
No, it just straight ripped off Smoking by Boston. I love
there's
this.
two dudes.
Yeah, there's two dudes, the lead singer of Boston and Billy Gibbons, and they're pulling in the same direction.
well, he's smoking, ain't joking.
Yeah, dude.
I think this is horrid.
Oh man, I don't know,
is
man.
like-
Pretty bad.
I think this is one of the worst things I've ever heard in my life.
This is pretty bad, yeah.
I mean, you know, the sum of its parts, it does not equal the sum of its parts, those being the song Smokin' and LaGrange.
I would say that X Factor is a better song for the breadth of its ambition.
Yeah.
This is like straight phoning it in.
That's true.
This is like something you'd hear at a house show.
Uh-huh.
Or
Yeah.
like a house show from a wrestling, just like a literally local indie promotion that's not trying at all.
Right. Or, it's funny when you said house show, my thought actually wasn't in wrestling. It was like an actual, like a house party where there was a band. And to be clever, the band would like start playing LaGrange and then it would turn into Smokin', and you didn't notice. Like they did a little switch,
Ooh.
It kind of, or kind of smacks of the guys that are like bar bands that don't want to pay ASCAP royalties.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're just like, all right, we'll just like circumvent the rules a little bit and play both Smokin' and LaGrange at the same time.
Yeah.
I think this is utterly hideous.
I don't
Especially
know.
for a great wrestler like Barry Windham.
Well, I don't.
It's bad, but I hate X Factor.
Yeah, I do. I still hate X Factor
right.
more. Yeah.
Jeez, X Factor.
Are they about to sweep the hat?
It's the fact that Uncle Cracker was involved, I think, really makes it that much worse.
Oh my gosh.
The theme song of the wrestler Kelly.
Okay.
Kelly.
Kelly. I remember Kelly.
Yes, Kelly.
But I don't actually remember her theme song. I have a feeling when I hear the first note, I'm going to be like, oh, God, yeah, now I know. But she showed back up at the Women's Royal Rumble last year.
Indeed.
But that was the first time anybody had seen her in years.
And I always found it weird because her real name is Barbie Blank.
Which is a perfect
That is
wrestling
like
name.
Amazing.
ready-made,
You're born
yeah.
with an amazing wrestling name, and you
Yeah.
get Kelly.
Yeah.
Just repeat one name twice.
Yeah.
Boy, that is mismanagement.
And then I believe she was originally hired to be, they were trying to sex up the WWECW.
Yeah,
right?
and that her whole thing was that she just wanted to, she was just turned 18 and wanted to be naked, and because
Girls Gone Wild era. Wasn't this?
Simpler time.
And they didn't want to use the name Barbie Blank for
Yeah,
that.
it's just like with
God.
that winning gimmick, you don't want her to use, take that on the road.
Jesus.
So we need to wrap her up in copyright
Yeah.
and trademarks.
So all my girls in the club say home, 'cause you know just how we do.
Yeah, this was the beginning of the era of like no one could understand any lyrics in any theme song.
Yes, this is very bad.
Also, how could you not know what an 18-year-old looks like? This woman's like 32.
At least, yeah. I'm a little girl. This woman has children.
Because this is like straight up Britney Spears ripoff, right?
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
got the breathy vocal delivery, but I will say
It's pitched up even higher.
as a wrestling theme song, she says, I'm going to take care of my fucking business. It's not Uncle Cracker being like, well, looking back on the good times, everything's behind me now. Like, it's not introspective, at least. So it's at least a better wrestling theme song because it expresses some ambition.
This sounds like the theme song to a bad porno.
Don't talk to me.
Or this it's kind of comes off as one of those songs like Rebecca Black's Friday.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
little bit, yeah.
for your 16th birthday, you and your friends are going to get a real music video experience for your birthday.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
This is the song that you're given to sing, and they pitch you up really high.
Right.
It's like Rebecca Black's Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
If you like worked with her, you'd be like, Kelly has a music video on YouTube. I'm serious. Go check it out. Like, it's crazy.
And they didn't
would be
go
that.
for the full Lamborghini. They only rented a Porsche Panamera.
Yeah.
It's the 4-door. Hello. And not even a good color. It's purple.
All right.
The music itself kind of sounds like something you'd hear on Goldeneye. Like with all the
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like this one they are not trying whatsoever.
No.
They're just like, well, we need a theme song. I got
We need it
30
today,
minutes.
yeah.
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 Well, I wanted to go. I wanted to go play golf. I'll put 30 minutes into it. Let's see what I can do.
I feel like as pure audio torture, if you played that one on repeat, like suicide
Yeah.
would occur so much more quickly than like
this definitely has the Noriega factor to it,
Yeah.
where it's just like if you want to get someone out of a compound,
Yeah.
play this song over and over again. But is it worse than X Factor?
That's a tough call because I don't think it is. Just on after the first listen, X Factor still seems worse on another level.
All right,
Just because the fact is this is like an upbeat song. Like you'd play this to an audience full of people, they would cheer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
X Factor, you would walk out and people would just be like,
What?
What's happening?
Yeah. Like I said,
all
this
the way
is-
bad. Yeah.
It's a better wrestling song.
I'm racking my brain to see what could depose X Factor. One can be the Mountie himself, a previous competitor, to come back with a vengeance.
All right.
Like any action movie tells you, right? Jacques Rougeau with his brother Raymond, All American Boys.
Oh, so kind of the opposite of the Mounties.
Yeah, this sucks.
Yeah.
This just sounds like the main menu on the Royal Rumble Sega Genesis game.
Yeah. Ooh, kind of an oingo boingo thing going on there.
Weird wrestling. Working in a coal mine, going down. Oh
So
boy,
they're
that's
lame.
some heelish shit. We don't like heavy metal. We don't like rock and roll.
The only thing we listen to is
Barry Manilow. Yeah.
Man, Barry Manilow has been the ambassador for lame shit for like 50 years.
Oh
now.
yeah, standing strong.
People don't like it.
They really don't.
Well, Barry Manilow exists on this level of like, and I've thought about trying to vocalize this in a way where we can actually do it into an episode of just like the genre of just like there's like a strata that exists in every thrift store, every Goodwill, every record section of just like Barry Manilow, Tom Jones, Barbra Streisand, and Andy Gibb, where it's just like I can only call it like Goodwill thrift store music.
Yeah, and for the longest time, Fleetwood Mac was in there.
Right, and then they became cool again. They got
Yeah.
like sucked up out of that genre. But yeah, I don't know what happened. But yeah, that's for a later episode. I mean, it's definitely funnier than X Factor. It's got a joke in there, but yeah, I don't know.
I think the problem with X Factor is they were trying to make a good song.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
This where they were trying to make a heel anthem, and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
succeeded. They did succeed.
Yeah.
All right.
Is this the last one?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the nuclear option right here.
Oh God. What is it?
Isaac Yankem.
Oh, Kane. As
The former Kane.
Yes.
Before he was dead, before he was the brother of The Undertaker, he was a wrestling dentist.
Really?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Before
looking
that-
to avenge the honor of Jerry Lawler after Bret Hart made him shove his foot in his mouth.
The pre-Attitude Era really had some atrocious themes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, I am somewhat familiar with this. I believe this is going to go in the Bastion Booger direction as well, but we'll see.
Oh my.
This is the theme song of the mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee.
It's just this?
People are going to turn off this podcast at this point.
Jesus. That is in-fucking insane. That's yeah.
So
I mean,
here's the question.
Yeah, this is worse than X-Factor.
yeah, absolutely. That's
Is
it. I
X
can't-
Factor theme song is Uncle Cracker worse than a stream of dental drills?
No.
but by virtue of that was sheer sonic terrorism, then yeah, like that was
Yeah, definitely.
X Factor wins.
Yeah.
No. But let's compare it.
All right.
So
Yeah.
we have the dental drills, and then going back to, we have to remember.
Yo, you dealing with the X Factor.
I got everything I put on and now oh, I know you hate that factor, but you ain't gotta look at me like that. I said you ain't gotta look at me like that, you know it.
After the dentist drills, that tambourine in the background sounds pretty nice.
What you looking at?
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
watch
like,
but have the video too.
Yeah.
Just like,
I mean, the video's bad, but
just look at them together.
let's just hear them together, though, at the same time.
I'ma keep it nice, bitch, and take my hat off. Remember back when things looked weird. I spent a lot of money and time on
like the last thing you hear before you have a stroke. Yeah, it's just this song. Both of them mix.
Turn that hold on, the
Holy
dental drill.
shit.
The thing about it is, the dental drills actually go with the X Factor theme pretty well.
They do.
They fit together hand in glove.
Oh man.
If we have any mashup DJs listening.
Yeah.
Based on that, I'm gonna have to say, I've been kind of wanting to see X Factor fall by the wayside of like the worst theme song.
Yeah.
But after that dental drills are an improvement on the actual song. I want to say the X Factor is the worst.
Yeah.
So is it dental drills or is it X Factor?
Well, I mean, I can Solomon split this baby perfectly evenly. The worst theme music is X Factor. The worst entrance noises is Isaac Yankem.
Yeah, it seems like they shouldn't even be in the same category.
Right, because Uncle Cracker, for all of his shortcomings, indeed was composing music.
Look at these guys together. These three fellas.
that Albert Powerbomb looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, you dealing with the X Factor.
Yo, you dealing with the X Factor. This part's kind of moving.
That's what I mean. That's the Uncle Cracker kind of sweetness to it.
You did like that. I was saying, or you ain't gotta look. It's kind of like Desiree, like.
Gotta be cool.
You gotta be cool. You gotta get in the X
It
Factor.
goes into like
His name is X-Pac.
kind of a Portishead beat. But this is
like that. I ain't caught like that. I couldn't
Yeah.
do like that.
I'm down like that. She's going down like that.
Remember back when things
And then the dental drill.
Yeah, and then it turns into like a bad version of Diggable Planets, like cool like that.
Oh, dude. Then you layer on the dental drills and then just like a skull with like blood coming out of the holes. Lock all the doors in the wrestling stadium and just gas the place. That is fucking nightmare fuel.
Yeah, this is horrible.
That is. Ooh.
It truly makes me want to vomit.
If every time I tried to like light up a cigarette and that played in my head, I would quit smoking like today.
Well, we should start an app.
Dude, seriously.
Yeah, every time
I
you want to
got
smoke
everything
a cigarette.
I ever wanted. So I'm gonna say X Factor is the worst.
Yeah, like I said, I'm still going with X Factor because the contest is theme music, and Isaac Yankem, it's noises.
I don't want to get into a conversation where we define what art is.
Far be it. it for me.
Yeah, let's not get into semantics.
I think X Factor's really bad. The dental drills are bad for a whole, but they didn't even at least with that other guy, the food guy, what was his name?
Bastion Booger.
They put more than just one sound in that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they tried to attempt to make it sound somewhat like a song.
The thing is that with Isaac Yankem, they're trying way too hard.
Yeah.
Sure. With X Factor, they're going to be like, these guys are going to be cool jerks.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and Isaac Yankem, I mean, the story was that Vince McMahon famously was hates the dentist.
I hate going to the dentist.
It's his least favorite thing. And so they were talking about characters oh, what can we do with this, big, fucking huge giant guy? And Vince is like, I hate
Make him a scary dentist.
Make him a scary dentist. Yeah. And so that's why he exists.
Oh my God.
We're gonna. You know what else I hate? Kevin Nash. We'll make him Diesel.
So,
my God.
yeah, man, I think Uncle Cracker has just swept the damn gauntlet.
By the very nature of that song wouldn't drive dogs crazy, and the other one would.
Right.
But yeah. No, I think X Factor. That's got to be the. That's the worst one.
Shout out to Sean Waltman. Thank you for that. Yeah. Come on the show, talk about it. I want to know if you ever met Uncle Cracker.
Sean Waltman come on the show. Steven Regal come on the show.
Yeah, literally anybody. If we, if
Bastion Booger come on the show.
Oh yeah, from beyond the grave. Yeah, you will know him by his heaving breaths. Yeah,
and breasts.
And breasts. Yes,
but X Factor, Uncle Cracker, congratulations. This is the worst wrestling theme song ever.
Hell yeah.
We might be missing some. If the viewer or the listeners can think of any worse than this, because there may be some.
There's got to be. Wrestling's been going on for goddamn 100 years now.
Yeah.
Since the Greco-Roman times.
Well, but theme songs, I guess. I don't know. I'm sure there was some horrible guy who came out to ragtime music and shit.
Some guy coming out to the pancration at the original Olympics, and some guy playing some horrible song on a lute. Or Liar, my mistake. Invented yet. Yeah, that could be possible.
Yeah,
but in recorded history, X Factor is the worst theme song in history.
Yeah,
I think so.
If you could think of more, tweet at us at the Goods Pod. And Carter, where can people find you on the internet, sir?
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram.
Hell yeah! What is your handle on Instagram?
It's Dr. Clark. I was named that in Birmingham because I am not a doctor and my name's not Clark, and that's why my friends call me that.
Good logic as any.
All right.
Yeah.
So
check me out on there.
Yeah, definitely follow Carter. Sam, where can people find you on the internet?
On Twitter at Slam Harder. Also, I started a YouTube channel. Called LA Comedy Life.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious. The first ep is up now. We retweeted it over at our feed, so you can find it at the Goods Pod and also over at Sam's Twitter.
I'm going to try to put out 1 or 2 a week. I don't know what I'm doing yet. So the second episode's already coming along good.
Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/thegoodspod. We're on Twitter at thegoodspod. Every episode ever, and fun clips at youtube.com/thegoodspod. Big shout out to our friend Richard Eden up there in the Klondike doing the hard work at the Brain Freeze Podcast Network and thegoodspod.com. Buy a shirt, prowrestlingtees.com/thegoodspod. Pat, where should the folks go when they get to iTunes?
Rate, review, subscribe. Tell a friend. Shows the attitude of gratitude.
And if you don't have the attitude of gratitude, Daddy, fuck you. See you next week.
I got everything I ever wanted, and I'll never give that back. Oh, I know you hate that fact, but you ain't gotta look at me like that. I said you ain't gotta look at me like that.
The Goods from the Woods was mixed, edited, and distributed by me, Rivers Langley. You can find the show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by DJ Smiles. Check him out on Twitter at DJ Smiles.